Hello all. In this video I am going to discuss about different page replacement algorithms. So in the last video already I have discussed first page replacement algorithm, that is FIFO, that is first in first out page replacement algorithm. So already I discussed in this page replacement algorithm concept. Actually, we are considering that main memory is going to dividing into different frames and process is going to dividing into different pages, right? And in first out page replacement algorithm, uh, there is a condition called Bilardi's anomaly. Okay, so what is that condition is? See, suppose if you are going to add your number of frames in the memory, so you are adding more space to the memory by adding more frames. Okay, so frames, memory is going to dividing into different frames, right? So number of frames in the memory is going to increase, means obviously your page fault is going to be decreasing, right? Because more pages, more frames, or that means what, more space is there in your memory, means that you can insert more pages, right? Then obviously page fault will be going to decrease, right? What is a page fault? Suppose some page is not there in the memory, then a page fault will be going to occur, right? So if there is more page number of more number of frames, that means more space in the memory, that is number of frames is increasing, means usually page fault will be going to decrease, right? In this FIFO replacement algorithm, there will be a condition called Bilard's anomaly. In that case, for some reference strings, if you are adding more number of frames can cause more page fault. That abnormal condition is called Bilard's anomaly. This condition is going to occur only for FIFO page replacement algorithm, not in any other replacement algorithm. Okay, so in Bilard's anomaly, what is going to happen? If you are adding more number of frames in your memory, then page fault also will be going to increase for some reference string. Okay, and based on that, this FIFO illustrating Bilardi's anomaly graph will be like this. That is, if your number of frames is increasing, means page fault will be going to vary. Okay, it may increase for some reference strings or it may decrease for some reference strings. Okay, it is not like a mandatory, you can't tell like page fault will be going to decrease or page fault will be going to increase. In some reference string page fault will be going to increase, and in some reference string page fault will be going to decrease. Okay, so that is happening only in FIFO replacement algorithm. Okay, so next, another two types of page replacement algorithms are optimal page replacement algorithm and LRU page replacement algorithm. So these two page replacement algorithm I will be going to discuss in this video. So first is optimal algorithm or optimal page replacement algorithm, how it is working. So here in this we have to replace, so the first in first come page replacement algorithm, how it works: whichever the page that is first inserted into your main memory or in your physical memory, that page will be going to replace when there is no free space in your memory, right? That was your first in first come first in first out page replacement algorithm. You can refer to my previous video. Okay, so here in optimal algorithm, here what is the condition we are taking is you have to replace system or computer CPU will be going to replace page that will not be used for longest period of time or near future. Okay, so what it will be going to do is, in near future or in coming future, if that particular page is not going to use, okay, then that page will be going to replace and new page is going to insert it into that position. Okay, so so you can say like nearby and all, we are not at all using something. Okay, some books and all, you can say see about some books and all, you are not at all needed for this particular semester, means you can keep down, right? That same logic. Okay, if you are not using that particular page not in near future, means that page can be replaced with a new one. Okay, so usually optimal algorithm, you can say it is the best algorithm, okay, because it will be going to give least page faults when you are comparing with other page replacement algorithms. But implementation is very difficult. Why? Because you have to know what is going to happen in future. That is are actually practically impossible to find out what is going to happen in future, okay. So practically implementation is almost, you can say, it is impossible, okay. So but it is will give the best algorithm, okay. So implementation is very difficult since it has to find out the future things, okay. And by using this, if you have find out the number of page faults or page hit, and this one you can find out hit ratio and missed ratio, that I will explain how to calculate this hit ratio and missed ratio. You can find out in FIFO replacement algorithm also. Once I'm calculating completed this table, I will explain how to calculate hit ratio and missed ratio, okay. So suppose, consider this example. Here we are considering optimal with 3 frames, okay. So you are considering that in your memory you are having how many number of frames? That is 3 frames only available in your memory space. So memory space, maximum memory space is 3 frames, and these numbers are your reference string. So reference string is nothing but these are the pages that you are going to insert into the memory from the secondary memory, or some secondary space. These pages of particular process are going to insert to the memory, okay. So first, here in this case also we are considering that starting your memory, all the 3 frames are empty, okay, nothing is there in your memory, okay. So first page coming is 7, okay. So 7 is not there in the memory because currently all the 3 frames are empty. So we are inserting 7 in any one of this frame, okay. We either you can insert in the third frame or second frame in first frame, any order you can insert, that is no problem. But anyway it is not there, so you are inserting in a one frame, that is 7. And here you can see that for page fault we are giving a tick mark, okay. And if it's not a page mark, we are leaving as empty, okay. You have to mark by your some simple using some down page number of page fault, because at the end you have to find out how many number of page faults will occur. So it is a good practice to mark once a page fault has occurred, because after that then you can count that page fault easily, and you can find out page fault, and you can find out missed ratio, okay. So here starting one page fault occurs because 7 was not there in the memory, it was currently empty. So I marked here as one page fault. Next coming is page 0, that is also again not in the memory because previously it was empty, now it is having only 7. So 0 will be going to insert here in the second frame, and we are marking a page fault here. Next is coming is 1 again, it is not there in the memory because currently in your memory 7, 0 is there, and so 1 some empty space is there. So again 1 is going to insert, and since 1 was not there in the page frame, here it is a page fault we are marking, right. If that particular requesting page is not there in your memory, then it is a page fault, right. So here we also again we have marked a page fault. Next coming page is page 2. So again we are checking in our memory 701, and the memory in the situation it is full, right. It's having no space to enter this particular page 2. Now here in this optimal page replacement algorithm, what I told, we will be going to check the near future, okay. So currently 701 is there in your memory, we will be going to check this 70 and 1 is when it is going to use in nearby future. See, 0 is going to use next turn, 0 is going to use, right. Next 7 is going to use where? 7 is going to use here. See, after so long time only 7 is going to use. And coming to 1 is also, now currently we are here, right, currently we are here, okay. And 1 is going to use where? 1 is going to use here, okay. So when it is going uh, what longest, when it is going to take some longest period of time, it is taking us seventh page, right? So we are going to replace this seventh page with coming with the new page 2. Understood? So 701, among 701 we have to see from the, so what is the easiest way is from this particular position, from the left to right, left to right you have to see which is the farthest number used. Okay, here 7 has used farthest right here, so we are replacing 7. That is for 7 will be going to take longest period of time. Okay, so 7 we are going to replace with the new page 2. Okay, and again it is a page fault we have marked. Next coming is 0. Again, now here you can see that 0 is already there in the memory, so there is a no page fault, so we are not marking any page fault, and there is no need of any page replacement algorithm because it is already there in the memory. Next coming is 3. 3 months, what again, it is having no space in the memory, again it is a page fault. We will be going to check. Currently it is having 201. Okay, 2 is 0 is here and 2 is here and 1 is the farthest, right? So 1 we are going to replace with 3, right? 1 is the farthest using, so again 3. Next is coming as 0 is already there, so it is no page fault and no page replacement is needed. Next it is coming as 4. Again we are checking here, currently available in the frames are 203. See, 2 is using next, after here 2 is using, then 0 is using here, and 3 is are using after just 2. After just 2, 3 is using, then only 0 will be going to use. Correct? See, in this order, currently you are having 203, 2 is using here, and before 0, 3 is using 203, right? So for longest period of time will be going to use by 0, so you are replacing with 0 with 4 and a page fault. Next again coming as 2 is already there in the memory, so it is a no page fault and no page replacement. Again 3 also it is there. Finally you have to proceed the same formula here, same process here till here you will be going to find out. See here, this condition, see 0 is coming, again 0 is there in the memory, so no page fault, and 1 is there in the memory, no page fault. Okay, so like that it will be coming, and wherever page fault you are marking as a tick mark. So what are the number of page fault, how you are calculating, which wherever we have marked for page fault we are calculating. So 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. 9 is the number of page fault. Now you can calculate missed ratio. Okay, so missed ratio, how to calculate is, what is the total number of pages or process happen, that is 1 2 3. So what are the columns? See, number of reference, total number of reference strings is your total number, right? So 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 16 17 18 19 20 is your total pages, right? So missed ratio is 9 by 20 is your missed ratio. Okay, and what is hit ratio? Hit ratio is when there is no page fault, that situation you can say it is a hit happened. Okay, so what are the hit number of hits? 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 hits happen, that is when there is no page fault or no need of page replacement. That time you can say there is a hit happen. So hit ratio is total number of hits, here 11 divided by total number of pages